The mission of the European Medical Information Framework, known as EMIF, is to improve identification, access and assessment, and reuse of health data within the European Union. With this mission in mind, access to descriptive information about the data available in EMIF was expanded to researchers beyond EMIF. Two tracks in the EMIF architecture support two European data types: electronic health records, which include routine healthcare data from general practices and hospitals, and cohort datasets, which include data for specific research communities. Let's explore how you, as a researcher, can utilize electronic health record data. You may have a specific population-based study in mind. You'd like to utilize the real-world data accessible via the EMIF platform. Your first stop is the EMIF homepage, where you can create an account and request access to the electronic health record community. Browse the data catalog containing all participating data sources to select the best candidates for your research question. Use a form to ask a simple question or an advanced query tool to assess data availability. Create a short research proposal outlining your study aims and the candidate data sources. Submit this proposal to EMIF. Upon approval, EMIF will provide support for the negotiation process with the data custodians. Develop a full study protocol using EMIF templates. You will need to build a research team, including an epidemiologist, a clinical expert, a statistician, and a data analyst. The data custodians can also assist with protocol development. After assigning your study an EMIF ID, EMIF will assist you by creating a document sharing repository on Teamwork and a project management account on Tasca. Once the governance boards from each data source have approved the study, a data sharing agreement is signed. You will receive an EMIF letter of approval to conduct your study. Multi-database studies are challenging because data sources have different structures and use different coding systems. EMIF supports harmonization using two approaches. The first approach is to harmonize the source data on a study-by-study basis. This involves mapping the individual source vocabularies for all events of interest to a common code. EMIF supports this by providing access to the Code Mapper tool from the IMI Advanced project. If you need to take this approach for your study, consult with your research team's clinical expert and data custodians. The second approach is to map the database to the OMAP Common Data Model. In this approach, the full dataset is already harmonized with respect to structure and vocabularies. The research team then creates a document which describes how to produce shareable analytical datasets from the harmonized data. This document also specifies the statistical analysis that will be conducted. Using the Data Extraction and Statistical Analysis Plan, the study lead creates a script that runs locally against the data to produce an anonymized analytical dataset. This dataset is then uploaded into the private remote research environment for quality control and analysis. In the private remote research environment, you can perform statistical analyses on the dataset using common statistical packages, for example Stata, SAS, or R, and share results with your team. Once analyses are completed, you might prepare a manuscript for publication in a peer-reviewed journal in which you would be able to acknowledge all EMIF partners of the study and include data owners as co-authors. We encourage you to advance your epidemiological research in European populations by utilizing the EMIF platform.